Hey, hi everybody. This is Russell for us, and we are going to share today about the same topic as usual, which is the self-employment tax credit. Okay, today we are going to talk a little bit something slightly different from what we have been talking for the past 2 or so days, which is going to be basically to discover how to maximize your self-employment tax. Okay, so today we are going to discuss how to maximize your self-employment tax credit. The reason being is because everybody might be eligible, but sometimes very few people, we know how to claim the maximum amount they are eligible to get. And it's so true because when you go through the process, sometimes you just naively answer some question, especially when you go when you do it online. Okay, when you go through those sites that invite you to to apply for self-employment tax credit, they invite you to put your name, your social security or your date of birth, and then they will ask you some question. If you don't know how to maximize it, it's gonna be very, very difficult for you to know exactly what you're supposed to say, okay, in order to increase what you should otherwise provide if you didn't know that. So that's the reason why we have to have this meeting today, because and I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys and show you what you need to do in order to maximize your self-employment tax credit, because that is what it's all about. You have to maximize your self-employment credit, your self-employment tax credit. If you don't maximize, nobody will do it for you. That's the sad truth. The IRS, which is the government agency that actually help you to pay that money to you, they will not go and put the numbers that will help you to get more money. No. Okay, you should be the one to know how to do. When they ask you question, what to put there. Is there any evidence to show that what I'm putting it is not right, it's not true? Okay, so you just need to know how to increase what you will otherwise get by knowing the maximum allowance for you to get, and see if you can actually claim that maximum allowance. Okay, so yeah, that is what that's the reason why I say that we have to educate ourselves, because that's the only way for us to get more money, especially more free money. Okay, this is free money to you, because if you don't get it, nobody else will get it for you. Okay, nobody else will get it for you. That's the reason why I think it's very important for every taxpayer, to know how this thing works, especially that it's going to expire soon. So everybody needs to take action when it's still possible. Everyone needs to take action, especially if you're a business owner. You should take action when this is still possible, because very soon it's not going to be possible for you to keep taking advantage of this free money. When we say free money, it's because you don't need to repay it. That's the only reason why we're saying that it's a free money. Okay, we say it's free money because once you receive the self-employment tax credit, it's not a loan. You don't need to pay it back. Okay, if you don't need to pay it back, that means it's something that you will have to take if you think you are eligible. I don't know why I will avoid taking something if I know that I'm eligible to get, and I know I don't have to repay it, and I might be eligible. That's the reason why I share with you guys the last time how to be eligible on this self-employment tax credit. And give me 1 second, and I will share with you guys you know, how to make this possible. Okay, I will share with you how to make this possible. The simple way to make this possible, you know, is by following the guidelines, following what do I need to do once I'm in front of people who are asking me questions because they want to apply for me. Because maybe you know me, and maybe, you know, we can talk, I can help you. But if you are doing it with somebody who doesn't know you are out, you just find it randomly online and you want him to apply to help you. Of course, he will just do like a robot, like a machine, and he will ask you a straight question to know exactly, you answer the question, and you will be surprised that wow, you don't know why you only get, you know, 3,000, whereas some people are receiving 15,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 or even 32,000. It's because you didn't know how to maximize your self-employment tax credit. Okay, so if you are, I just want to share with you guys that we are also online. Okay, we are also online. This means
recording in progress.
This means as we are talking on Facebook, we are also on Zoom, and you can see the description of the Zoom if you want to join. Description of the Facebook video if you want to join the live Zoom session to ask question one-on-one if you have particular question about the self-employment tax credit and any other question about any SBA program. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to share with you guys the reason why you need to understand where does this actually come from. The self-employment tax credit comes from two different laws or two complementary laws that were passed during the COVID or just right after COVID. Those laws were enacted to allow the taxpayer that you are to stay home and being paid as a self-employed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share what those laws were. And the first law was called the Family First Coronavirus Response Act. That was the first law that actually was allowing you to get some type of what is called sick leave and family leave for 10 days and also 15 days. That means your family leave is the maximum of 10, your sick leave was 10 days and your family leave was 15 days. That was passed to allow people that were out during the period of January 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2021 to be able to claim some type of credit, tax credit for being home because of the COVID. Okay, and after that, they passed another law that will allow people to claim the same exact thing but for a different period. Okay, so later on they passed another law that was called the American Rescue Plan that actually expand the initial Family First Coronavirus Response Act, which is FF, you know, CRA. That other law will actually give you the opportunity to claim some sick day and also some sick life and also some family leave, sick leave and family leave of 10 days, but the family leave will at this time be 60 days. That is how people, I'm not going to go into all the detail on how much are we supposed to be paid day by day for all the data you claim that you off. So the thing you have to do here is to know that the credit tax credit that you get under the ARP is independent from the tax credit you get from the FFC RA. This means that as a self-employed individual, you can receive a sick or family leave twice. The first time you receive it under the FFC RA from April 2020 to March 2021, and you can also get the ARP from April 2021 to September 2021. These are two different periods under which you can get or you could get the money. I want to share this with you, which is the calculation I was talking about yesterday. If you remember that you were on this meeting yesterday when we were talking about the self-employment tax credit and how to calculate. There were a formula. I will share that formula with you guys. I'll share that formula with you. If you're on the Zoom, you can see the formula here. You will see that on this formula, there's an area, and actually on this formula, you can actually see how much you can get daily. Okay? Because on the formula here, you can see that the maximum amount you can get for the sick leave under the first law, the first family and sick leave, which is a FFCRA. That first law was giving you some sick leave, 10 days sick leave, and that first law was also giving you 50 days sick leave. And each day, because we are on the formula, you can actually see how much it is. Every day we give you like $511 for a sick leave under the first family and sick leave. And the second, you were also receiving like $200 daily for up to 50 days under this same law that was allowing you to stay home, take care of you, or take care of your kids or your parent or somebody you know, or even not taking care of nobody, just being home because the kids didn't go to school, the school is shut down, and you have to stay home and watch the kids. Yeah, for that law, under the family leave, you could get $200 up to 50 days, and you could get $200 daily for 50 days. You could also get $511 for 10 days under that first law, that first family, sick and family leave. The second law that came there to give you the same thing for a different period will also provide you with 10 days of sick leave and 60 days this time of family leave. So with the same amount, for the 10 days of sick leave, you will get $511 daily. And on the family leave of this second law, you will get $200 for 60 days. If you add up everything that I shared with you, you will receive around $30,000. So how to maximize my self-employment tax credit? If you already know that for each day that I claim, I can get $550 or $200. You can get those twice because you receive those under two different periods. Okay? Now, the first thing, once you know that the money you are receiving is based on the number of days that you claim to claim that you are sick or your family or you are taking care of somebody else, you have to go now on when they are asking you. It could be your tax professional, your CPA, or your any other third party that you hire to help you with the self-employment tax credit. What you have to do here is that at some point they will ask you, were you unable to work due to COVID? We are talking here about maximizing, and just like when you are filing your taxes by yourself, sometimes you answer, like you just provide some answer, and then it makes you owe more money. or it makes you receiving less money that you're supposed to receive as tax refund. Same thing here. When you go over this, they will ask you, were you unable to work due to COVID? Some people might think about what answer they should provide. No, you don't even have to think. Because if you say no, you are not eligible. Okay? And there's no way for any government official to prove that you were unable to work due to COVID, even though you were home for your own self because you were tired of making too much money and you wanted to take a break during the COVID. Yes, you can still say I was out of work because of COVID. Imagine, just because some people were making great years in 2020, then 2019, and reciprocal. So it's up to you to know what to do to get the maximum amount you can get. So the first thing you will be asked for, were you unable to work during the COVID? That person is not even in front of you, because if it's me, I ask you the question, I will tell you what it means. You know what? You better say yes, because if you say no, you will not get anything. Even though I went through your numbers, you are my customer, you have a relationship, like business relationship. And as I went through your numbers, I know you might get something. And now the simple question that can turn it off is that, were you unable to work during the COVID? And you might say no, right? If you say no, even though you were off, even though your net income can allow you to get $20,000, you will lose everything. You have to say yes to this question. Okay? The second question could be, is about the credit for sick leave and family leave for the first law I shared with you. But they won't tell you that it's for the first law. They will just ask you some question. For the period of January 1st, 21 to March 31st, 2021. Is there any number of days, right? What is the number of days that you took out to take care of yourself because of COVID? So they will ask you that period. You don't even know. Sometimes people don't know why they're asking them that question, because for that specific period, it's from the beginning of 2021 up to the end of the March 2021, the government or whoever will ask some question to complete your application. They will ask you, what is the number of days that requires the care, okay, of yourself by yourself because of the COVID. You might think, okay, yes, when during the COVID, when I got the COVID, when I contracted the COVID, I was home for 2 days. That's how you can take off for 3 days or for 5 days. But the law was giving quarantine for like 2 weeks, right? That means, yes, it's legal to say you took 2 weeks actually. It's legal, because that was actually what was required. But you got shut down, locked down in your own home for 5 days. You were good, then you got out. That's why you might answer, right? But since the law was actually allow people to stay to be quarantined for 10 days or 14 days, depending on the period, yes, you can say that I was there for the maximum amount, which is 10. Okay, I was out for 10 days to take care of myself. I'm just saying that because it will be very, very difficult to think that it's not possible that you were home for 10 days, just 10 days when you contracted the COVID. Or maybe when you have symptom. No, even when you have the symptom, you also keep yourself. Imagine when you call during the COVID, you call somebody, or I have a cough, and I don't know if it's a COVID, I'm not sure. What will the doctor tell you? Just lock yourself they will just ask you to be in quarantine, even though you don't have a COVID, even though you panic, like you're not sure, don't know if you have or you don't know or you don't have. They will just ask you, right, to lock yourself in your home for 10 days or 5 days or for some days. That counts. So when you have that question to be asked, how many times did you took out to take care of yourself? You have to just provide the maximum number possible. That maximum number is 10 days. But if you were actually locked in your room, in your basement for 14 days, say 14 days. But in this, you are already up to the maximum. That means for that specific area, you will be claiming the maximum in terms of days. Okay? So now, they will ask you, did you take care of someone else? Okay? If you are taking care of someone else, that's not you. For how many days were you out, were you off because you were taking care of yourself or somebody else? It could be your mom, your kids. Most of the time, it was somebody that's related to you. Yeah, at that time, I remember that the school was shut down. People didn't want to return to work. Some people wanted the country to be open. Some people didn't want it. So at that time, a lot of people were still home because they were watching their mom, their brother, their sister who had the COVID, or maybe because the country itself was shut down. Okay, so when it's like that, you need to know the maximum number of days that could allow you to get the maximum refund. And that number is right here. It's 15 days. It's 50 days. If you could have been home for 2 months, less than 2 months during the COVID, yes, you can claim those. Yes, by putting 50 days, you can claim the maximum amount when it comes to the FFCRA benefit. Okay, that's the first part. The second part is the same thing. At some point, they will also ask you, okay, the same question about the sick leave and family leave, but they will ask you about the same question like during the period of April 1st to September 30th, 2021, were you out to take care of yourself? If you want to claim the maximum amount possible, increase your COVID, you can claim 10. I'm not sure that the government will ask every, I don't know, 10 million business owners to show the evidence that they were off for 10 days during that period. We know people were traveling. A lot of people were having COVID, even when they think COVID was done. I went one day in the morning to check for COVID test. I was negative. The same day, I went to the airport to take a flight. I was diagnosed positive over there. Even though I spent the whole day being cold. Okay? I even got a positive test right there the same day. I went to the airport to travel. At the Newark airport, they told me I couldn't travel because I have COVID. I didn't feel anything. So I had to lock myself down. It happens so many times to everybody. Right? So, yes, if you want to increase to claim the maximum amount you can get, it will be 10 days on that area. Oh yeah? And the second question is the same thing as the first question when we are talking about the family, okay? The FFCRA. So there are two laws that allows you to take benefit for this self-employment tax credit. Second card is it was an emergency family sick and family leave because of COVID. It did not exist before. So those laws were created as an emergency situation. I know family and sick leave are already there, okay? But the family and sick leave, it already exists, but it's more for people working, they go to work. By that time, they have created the emergency family and sick leave for business owners. That's why this was applying to you. They will ask you how many days did you stay home to take care of your son or your daughter, or maybe somebody else. Anyway, there was still a situation. You see that it's the same question, just during the different period. If you want to claim the maximum amount, you will answer 60 days because that's the maximum number of days they can give credit for. Of course, some people will stay home for 2 months, 3 months, right? But the maximum amount over there, it will be 60 days. So once you answer 60 days, you are good to go, okay? And it will help you to claim the maximum amount when it comes to FFCRA, and it actually allows you to claim the maximum amount for ARP. And once you do that, you are good, because saying that you are increasing your self-employment credit is not about going there and changing, your basis, because you have numbers right there, but there will be a basis, okay? The basis will go from your self-employment income. Okay, the self-employment income, I think I shared yesterday how to calculate your self-employment tax credit. I told you where to go to inside your taxes, what page to go and check, and then if you see this number here, go to this other page, and so on. Because there are some pages that some people don't even know if even exist in their taxes, and you can lose some pages of your tax return. But based on even only one single page, the first page, I can discover if you are likely to get it, or I can tell you, no, there's no way you can get a self-employment tax credit right here. And if you watch that last webinar, you will see that page, which is the first page. You will see what line 8. The line 8 will show you if you are not eligible. It will only show you if you might be eligible, even though you don't have the rest of the pages. That line 1 will actually show you. And most of the time, the first page of your 10-4 is followed by the schedule 1, which is very close to the first. But now, after you have so many other schedule form, you can mix them, lose some pages. But those first pages will tell you exactly if you're eligible or no. Because the normal page to check is because that the page, the document that is called self-employment schedule SE. Okay, it's called schedule SE. On your schedule SE, on line 6, you can see the amount that we use as a basis on the formula I have right here on your screen. Okay, that is what you're going to be used as a basis. And so if you don't know, it's going to be difficult. So I will urge you to watch the meeting that we have, the workshop we have, when we were talking about the self-employment tax credit, on how to apply for it. Okay, yeah, I think we went through everything we're supposed to do. Now I got to the point of a Q&A. Who has a question? If you are watching this from from Facebook, you may still type your question. It will be my pleasure to answer. If you are watching this from the Zoom, you can talk. So for last sharer, what is your question? What's your comment? What do you have to say about this presentation? What is new? What do you think about what we shared just now?
No question.
No question. Yes. So, but everything is cool now, right? If I was not to help you to do it, then you want to do it by yourself, you will know how to, behave, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my point. So you see, my point is not to be there to do this for people, but to share with you guys if you have the means to do it, or even though somebody else is doing it for you and the person is asking you some question, you have to know why is it that that person or that website is asking for some question. Okay, because you might put just number like this, and your friend or your brother or sister will have the same situation with you. You'll be surprised that he is eligible for 3 times more money than you. Okay, and yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you guys. And the last and the most important thing is that you guys have to act quick, because any way that you want to do an act quick, because the end of this month, which is basically the end of this week, right? You might lose the possibility to still apply for it online. The only chance that you're gonna have is to apply paper. Paper means that we prepare the application, we put it on the mail, we send it. I have the experience of people who send documents to the IRS, especially tax return, and especially amended return. Amended means that the IRS have to sit down, take your initial tax return that you submit already, and take the new one. Imagine doing that paper filing. Sometimes it takes a year before the IRS is even aware that you send something to them. Yes, it happened. So you want to do it electronically, because after 24 hours, you are confident that it was received and it was accepted. That's why I tell people, of course, even next month or November, people come to do it. If they want us to do it, we will help them. But it's going to be up to them that it will take 2 years before they can even hear about the status of the application. So you have to do it quick before it becomes late for you to do it and be treated within the time frame that the IRS say that they will take to process any application that is submitted online. Okay, so yes, and if you need help, like if you go to someone, your CPA, your accountant, you say, okay, hey, I need this, but he doesn't have time, just the way I was before. I didn't have time to do this. My team, we dedicate ourselves for this month to help people, because you know that is the end of the month. I mean, it's the last month for the people to be able to still do it and get it submitted. Yes, the link is on the description of this video or on the screen if you're on Zoom. You can get a 30-minute free consultation with my team to help you in the process. Okay, so yes, so I don't know what to offer more than this. Yeah, and I will want you guys to go back to watch all the previous video of my video on YouTube, on Facebook, on what channel you find on this specific topic, self-employment taxes, because my goal here is to actually open it up and put it in front of you guys. Yesterday I went step by step on how to identify if you're eligible, and then how to calculate, and there's a formula there, the cheat sheet formula, that I will actually handle and share with you guys if you are interested. That means at that time you will be able not only to know how much, like, I told you number of days. So I mean, you should know the number of days to use. Now, on that cheat sheet, I will actually assume the best number of days for you. The only thing you have to do is to follow what I shared with you on the video yesterday or last time on how to calculate, because at some point I told you how to find the basis, which is basically the line 6 or your schedule SE. You will just plug it inside the formula that we have created for you guys. I will give it to you. You just plug that basis inside and it will tell you how much you're eligible for. Let me share the screen here. This same formula right here. Let's say, and this is the name of the people right here that you have calculated already, more than might be eligible. Let me just go at the end and basically we're going to assume that we are gonna pick a number. Okay, we're gonna pick a number. Let's say your basis was that means your net income, but it's self-employment income is slightly different from your net income. Okay, let's say your net income was 55 or 45,000. If your net income is 45,200, I'm just gonna plug 45,200 right here. 45,250, and you will see the total credit amount you should get. Boom. You see, it tells you you should be eligible for $16,243. You don't have to do no effort. I'm assuming all the best possibility for you on this formula. The only thing you need to do is to request for it. Once you request for it for any means, it could be YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. Please, I need to know how much I'm eligible. Can you share the formula with me? I will just share this document with you. This formula is an Excel spreadsheet where we put all the numbers, all the formula together. You only have to put your basis, okay? Inside, it will tell you how much. You don't have to go through all the process I just explained today. You don't have to go through the process where they will ask you, were you eligible? Over here, I'm actually assuming that you were off, okay, in that formula here, right here. In fact, there will be no question about how many days were you off. In this formula, we are assuming that we're taking the maximum day for you. How many days were you off because of your kids or somebody else? We are assuming the maximum number, so we did all the calculation. The only thing you have to do is to plug your basis, and I share with you guys how to figure out the basis, which is actually the line 6 of your schedule SE. If you don't know how to find the schedule SE, go through the last meeting where I'm sharing what the schedule SE look like and where to even start before you get to schedule SE. But when you go to schedule SE licenses, take that number, plug here on this formula, boom, it tells you what you should get. Now, if you want to go to see somebody to help you, you already know how much you should get. Now, when you know what much you should get, you know if somebody is doing good or not. If you are supposed to receive $16,000 and somebody tells you that you will be eligible for, when I do the calculation, I see you're eligible for 5,200, you may know something is wrong right there. Okay, because you didn't even do anything wrong. You just use, maybe the person didn't know where to use the right basis to calculate your stuff. Okay, or didn't know how to use the formula. Over here, you will just plug your number. When you go to him, you just want him to confirm what you know, and also because he will be the expert to prepare it. Okay, yes, so that's what everybody has to do. Everybody has to have this formula so they can know exactly. So you don't have to ask me, Russell, do you think that I might be eligible? If so, how much will that get? You'll have people call me for that. That's why I'm doing this video. So if you're interested, the only thing you will be to text me by any means. It could be WhatsApp, could be Facebook, could be YouTube, could be Instagram, could be LinkedIn. To say, hey, I'm interested in figuring out how much I should get. I will skip all the process or where the steps I shared with you yesterday. I will just ship this formula to you, and you just plug the numbers. If you don't know what to put in, now you can watch the previous video to see what to put in that specific area to know what we should get as a self-employment tax credit and the maximum. Let me say like that. So yes, I'm done with this, and I hope it was useful as usual, and then that you got something out of it. Without further ado, we will meet again on Wednesday, because our weekly appointment is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at the same time, 8 p.m. and it's on Facebook, live on Facebook, live on Zoom. By Wednesday, we try to also be live on YouTube. So people who like YouTube channel, we go there, and we're gonna keep doing that for everything that we think it could help you as a self-employment owner. And just to let you know, this program, the self-employment tax, is not only for business owner. It's for like business owner, for self-employed, for gig worker, for contractor, anything that you do that makes you get money without receiving a paycheck. I mean, if you are going somewhere and fixing stuff, provide some services, some people get you paid, people pay you, yes, you are eligible for this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop here, and I hope we will meet again on next day, which will be on Wednesday, I guess, for the next one-on-one live workshop to help you understand better on this program. And if you have questions, of course, you can always ask the question on the description of the video, or during a live like this, ask your question. Without further ado, see you next time, guys.